Hi everybody, I'm GiGi of GiGi Eats Celebrities, and I'm in the kitchen today with one of my favorite co-hosts, Mr. GoWise right here. This is my beautiful air fryer that I'm obsessed with, and I make a lot of recipes with it. Now, you all might be super pumped because you're like, yes, GiGi's gonna make another air fryer recipe, but I'm not actually making a recipe today. In fact, Mr. GoWise right here is feeling a little competitive. So, what I did was I got another air fryer and we are gonna compare the two. Are you ready for this, Mr. GoWise? Yeah, I'm talking to an inanimate object like it is an actual person. Get over it. Anyways, this right here is the air fryer I purchased to compare to Mr. GoWise. It is a Gourmia. And let's open this baby up. Let's give her a little attention. We'll call it Miss Gourmia. How about that? I'm just gonna rip this box open, because why not? Ugh. Yeah, guys, my guns. Since I'm short, I might put this on the floor and grab it out of the box this way. So far, I'm not gonna lie, she's kind of sexy. Mr. GoWise, you might formulate a little crush on this lady. Although, we have to talk about the size of her bucket here. It's all about the buckets when it comes to air fryers. Now, before we get into the bucket size, we have to compare and contrast the GoWise air fryer with the Gourmia. Now, obviously, right off the bat, we can tell that this Gourmia right here is a little bit smaller. I mean, it's a lady, so ladies are a little smaller than gentlemen. This Gourmia also has a nice little fancy top, whereas GoWise just shows off its brand. Now, when we get to the faces, as you can see here, Gourmia has a little circle, kind of looks like a minion, if you will. And then the GoWise is simply just a square interface that when I show you when I turn it on, you just touch the face. Now, I have no idea how the Gourmia works in regards to putting in the time and the temperature, but we'll see in a minute when we get to the cooking process. Now, time to open her up. All right, well, there's some stuff inside here. Well, there's a lot of different contraptions inside. So I guess this right here, this is sort of like a grill top that you put in your air fryer so things can drip. Because with air fryers, I don't know if you guys know this, you don't have to use any oil whatsoever. So whatever food you put in here, any of the drippings that come off the food will just simply drip through and wind up in the bucket here. Now let's take out this last part, which, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what this is. I'm sure the instruction manual would tell me, but for right now, we're just gonna compare how big these are. Yeah, see, that's how it would work. I can already tell, considering I use my GoWise all the time, that this bucket right here is not that big. So, as you guys know, I love salmon. My huge pieces of salmon might not be able to fit in here. That being said, when I open up this GoWise, it's really, really big. I could almost fit her inside of him. I actually could. I could fit her inside of him, which is interesting because isn't it usually the other way around? Anyways, let's not get sexual. So, with the GoWise here, it has a much deeper bucket, and I know for a fact, since I've used this multiple times, I can cook my huge pieces of salmon in here. So right away, GoWise is winning. And then also, I have to let you know, this is easy cleanup right here. All you have to do is push this plastic thing forward, click this button, and pull it right out. So you can put this both in the dishwasher too. You can do the same thing with the Gourmia. However, with the Gourmia, so I have noticed, there's no way of taking this off, so it's easy cleanup. Now, I guess I understand that this could potentially be the insert for the GoWise, but I do like that this GoWise here is just, it's more compact. There's less parts to the situation. Now that we have that taken care of, I'm sure you guys all want to know how each of them cook. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get a piece of salmon. Whoa, it is GiGi after all. I'm going to cut this piece of salmon in half. I'm going to prepare it the exact same way, salt, pepper, a little olive oil spray, and I'm going to cook those pieces of salmon in both of these air fryers at the same temperature for the same time, and we're going to see which one crisps up this salmon better. Okay guys, I'm here with both of the air fryers, and I have 2 pieces of salmon, cut the same size, prepared the exact same way, and now I'm gonna stick them in both of the air fryers and see which one cooks better. Let's get this going. I got my olive oil spray here just because I don't want anything to stick. Now let's get into Mr. GoWise, since I know you so well. Spray that down a little bit and throw in this little piece of salmon right here. Done. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with the Gourmia. A little harder to take out. I'm gonna stick in the little grill pan just because the GoWise already has a similar situation in there. Stick this little piece of salmon in there too. I'm gonna take the spray and just spray the little, there we go. Done. Stick that, oh, salmon's moving around. Yeah, she's a little rough to get things in there. Okay, so how I like to cook my salmon is at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes in this air fryer. So that's typically what I do for the GoWise, so we're gonna do it with Miss Gourmia here. So I see the time icon, so I'm just gonna keep going up to 20 minutes. See the temperature icon, very easy to understand, and I'm assuming that you just press play. Play, awesome. Anyways, let's move on to my air fryer that I know and adore right here, but we'll see, maybe Miss Gourmia is better. We don't know yet. So far, she sounds really weird right now, I have to admit. Okay, so right here we have the GoWise, and I apologize for Miss Gourmia's really loud and obnoxious noise right now. You press the power button, you see the temperature, you go up to 400 degrees, you see the time, you go up to 20 minutes, press the power button. And now they're both cooking, so we'll see which one fries better. So one other thing that I'm seeing here is with the GoWise, they have all of these preset options. French fries, they have shrimp, they have pastries, they have chicken, they have steak, they have fish, they have pizza. They have all these preset times and temperatures for foods that you typically enjoy. Now on the Gourmia, they don't have such options. They could potentially actually have those options, but I did not look to see if they were there. But right off the bat, you don't see that, so any sort of user who buys this air fryer wouldn't know that there were those preset options. All right, well, if you press this multi-function button, you do have those options as well. However, for someone who doesn't read instructions, like myself for Miss Gourmia here, you wouldn't know that. Okay guys, both air fryers are done, so we are gonna see the results. First off, I'll show you my GoWise. Ooh, that is the way I like salmon right there. It looks so good. Crispy, delicious, oozing. Oh man, looks amazing. Mr. GoWise, you did not fail whatsoever. So let's see what Miss Gourmia did today. She doesn't feel super warm, which is good. Oh! Now, this piece of salmon, it also looks really good. It looks nice and crispy, but this piece of salmon looks a little bit different than that one. It looks a little bit more crisp, so we're gonna have to take it out of the bucket here and compare and contrast. You know what? I'm gonna risk it, everybody. I'm gonna use my hands because this is the best utensil right here, and I have burnt myself many of times on air fryers, so it is what it is. So we're gonna take this little baby out. Nothing stuck, which is wonderful. That's the Gourmia's piece of salmon. As you can see, this piece of salmon is a little less crispy, and this one is very crispy. That being said, some people don't necessarily like their salmon cooked this long, but I personally love it. So now what we have to do is dig in to these beautiful pieces of salmon and see which one cooked better. Whew. Again, this is the way I like my salmon cooked. All right, looks good. Looks nice and cooked on the inside. I approve. Usually like salt with my salmon, but I'm just gonna give it a go without any. Didn't need any. Perfect, absolutely perfect. But then again, Mr. GoWise never lets me down, so didn't really expect anything different. Let's see what Miss Gourmia has to show for herself here. Again, she looks very crispy, so I'm gonna give her that. Looks also very nicely done. Interestingly enough, while obviously the salmon both taste the same, you would think that this would be a crispier crust, considering it looks crispier, but it's not. It was a little bit more moist, which is interesting, and I'm sorry if you don't like that word, but that's the word I'm gonna use today. So yeah, Miss Gourmia was a little bit more moist, which Mr. Air Fryer might like a moist woman. Ha, just kidding. Oh, anyway, depending on your taste preferences, if you like a more crispy crust, which when you are air frying things or frying things in general, I do think you guys tend to like crispy. I personally would recommend the GoWise air fryer. That being said, Gourmia did do a good job. However, she is a little bit smaller than the GoWise as well, which when I like to cook things, I like to cook a lot because I have a big appetite, so I need to eat a lot of food. In summary, both air fryers, really great. The display was a little bit harder to work here on the Gourmia because it only showed one option initially, and you have to really dig in to see where the other preset options are, whereas the Mr. GoWise right here has all of the display ready for you, and you can literally just press one option, press power, and you're ready to go. Also, the bucket here is far larger than Miss Gourmia's, and otherwise, they're pretty much doing the same thing. Wait, no, I take that back. There's one other aspect with each of these air fryers that is different, and that is the fact that the cleanup is far easier with the GoWise because you can literally just take out this bucket and put it in the dishwasher, whereas this air fryer has this little flimsy situation that you have to take out, and it's just, for me personally, that's just not my cup of tea. But then again, everybody has their own preferences, so who knows? Maybe you need something smaller because you have a smaller kitchen. But she's also kind of tough to get it in there too, so just saying. Overall, both air fryers are really awesome. Again, I have to say Mr. GoWise, definitely my go-to. But Miss Gourmia, not so bad. She does look like a minion though. Maybe she comes in yellow, I don't know. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. These 2 pieces of salmon are sitting here and I'm not eating them, which is very weird, so I have to say goodbye right now so I can eat them. But do let me know in the comments below if you have an air fryer, what brand of air fryer you have, if you like it, what you like to cook in it, and also, which kind of salmon do you prefer? Do you like the more crispy exterior, or do you like the more moist exterior? Anyways, thank you again. See you next week. Bye.